Power. It is the driving force behind countless human endeavors, the invisible hand that shapes our world. Throughout history, a select few have sought to control the masses, to shape destinies and bend the will of the many to their own desires. These individuals, often shrouded in mystery, have wielded power with precision and cunning. From the pharaohs of ancient Egypt to the emperors of Rome, the quest for control has been a constant. These rulers understood the importance of maintaining a tight grip on their subjects. How do they achieve this? By manipulating the very fabric of society, weaving intricate webs of control that often remain invisible to the untrained eye. These webs are complex, yet meticulously crafted. These webs are spun from sophisticated and subtle tactics designed to influence our thoughts, emotions, and actions. They employ psychological strategies that tap into our deepest fears and desires. They operate beneath the surface of our awareness, shaping our perceptions and guiding our choices. This unseen influence is pervasive, affecting every aspect of our lives. We believe we are free, but the reality is far more insidious. Our perceived freedoms are often just illusions, carefully constructed to keep us compliant. Our freedoms often are illusions, carefully constructed by those who hold the reins of power. These illusions are designed to keep us from questioning the status quo. The masses are kept in a perpetual state of controlled ignorance, blind to the strings that dictate their every move. This ignorance is maintained through a constant barrage of distractions and misinformation. This is the essence of elite control, to rule not through brute force, but through the manipulation of perception. By controlling what we see and hear, they control what we think and believe. This essay will explore 3 key tactics employed by the elite to maintain their grip on power: polarization, which divides and conquers; idolatry, which elevates certain figures to godlike status; and symbolism, which embeds powerful messages in everyday life. By understanding these insidious methods, we can begin to break free from the chains of manipulation and reclaim our autonomy. Knowledge is the first step towards true freedom. One of the most effective ways to control a large group of people is to prevent them from uniting. This tactic has been used throughout history by those in power to maintain their dominance and suppress any potential threats to their authority. A united populace acting in concert possesses immense power, a power that threatens the dominance of the elite. When people come together, they can challenge the status quo and demand change. To counter this threat, those in power have long employed the strategy of polarization, the deliberate creation of division within society. By pitting groups against each other, they weaken the collective strength of the people. Polarization thrives on exploiting existing fault lines, be it race, religion, ideology, or socioeconomic status. These divisions are deepened and magnified to create an us versus them mentality. The elite understand that humans are tribalistic by nature, drawn to those who share similar views and wary of those perceived as different. This natural inclination is manipulated to serve their purposes. By amplifying these differences, by highlighting grievances, and stoking the flames of resentment, the elite can transform these divisions into gaping chasms. This ensures that the populace remains fragmented and easier to control. We see this tactic employed time and time again throughout history. It is a tried and tested method to maintain control over large groups of people. From the religious wars that ravaged Europe to the political polarization that grips many nations today, the pattern remains the same. The tools and methods may evolve, but the underlying strategy does not change. The issues themselves are often of secondary importance. The primary goal is to keep the populace divided and distracted, too preoccupied with fighting amongst themselves to recognize the true source of their discontent. This way, the elite can continue to operate without significant opposition. Idolatry in the context of elite control extends far beyond the worship of religious icons and traditional deities. It encompasses the manufactured adoration of individuals, ideologies, or institutions, often orchestrated with precision and intent, carefully cultivated to garner unquestioning support and obedience from the masses. Through the strategic use of propaganda and the control of information channels, the elite can elevate chosen figures to a near mythical status, creating an aura of invincibility. These idols, be they political leaders, celebrities, or even abstract concepts like freedom or security, become objects of blind faith and unwavering devotion. Their words are treated as gospel, their actions as infallible, and their image meticulously maintained. Any dissent or criticism is swiftly silenced or discredited, ensuring the narrative remains unchallenged. This manufactured consent, rooted in the uncritical acceptance of authority, allows the elite to operate with impunity, their actions unquestioned and their power unchecked, perpetuating a cycle of control and dominance. Symbols of subjugation, decoding the language of power.